same way I was say a satna so near dane the ruling no because nyoma bebre wo mu a entwa ye Madam Tokonu she knows for a fact said this ruling will be reversed in the future. She knows.
Asem Kesi pane ba na chese franka na chese we di esi so ten. After a year, the reason behind the Supreme Court's ruling ebeto dano niema a war a year reasons ni mono enyas impetwa. Inyenim say 2 judges and dissenting and a 5 acres almost support a year Afenyo marking. Na nsema AP bano anoshi pa na inya Kelvin tela ebe chijiri muyi. Na ni semno HSA ruling na bano enche ombesa kwotena asem zubim. Haya for 1G but more than answer subscribe my own ya nisa send be also be keep updated. Now so hu niema hodo a e koso organ ba komponya the empower so benya kwanya ti ahwe na so e do hu de be. Ye we no se obehye na ma onua so nsa ke be so ready mfie ni nchim ne nka de won nchim. Supreme Court and the ruling by Koreasi no na Afenyo marking na edin kunim na Afenyo marking din kunim no echese eniema e speaker babin ye no said the attorney general Akroma no it is unconstitutional chese abambabin niema no ye no on sign written na MPs for near the Mosanko parliament. Ne reason behind their ruling no and run a bit told you and said the munchichi munabano huye papa ye nia chachuchu kata HSA this ruling in yama banning in a vague na o kana asem no wetmenya judges for 2 just somebody my best second no just enya asem kete be kwa kuti sanchichi mu no yeah 2 judges ya no mo kan Supreme Court ruling no niema bi o ma kan fa tokun no tokun just on a chief justice no more remember first of all no it can go to chachuchu kata nensem after that na the Supreme Court judges for no omon sama omon kan fa tokun no so the abram.
They are just sitting there in shame. We are not supposed to make this a national conversation because you see when you read the whole ruling and the 101 pages no you reading in 101 pages we took like 2 hours to analyze everything. You reading 101 pages this is a sham. It is a disgrace, a time, a Fèaṛ. And you can see clearly that what they put out there, they are ashamed. They do not even have a definite answer, a definite ruling. The ruling is vague. Because you see, when you put a ruling out, and one of the judges on the bench, Eba Bontimeka, said this ruling, the Chief Justice should understand this is an embarrassment to the office at time. That's why I'm telling Ghanaians, nobody. This Chief Justice is an embarrassment to herself. She's an embarrassment to the court. She's a straightforward political agent. She does not have that independence to sit in the Supreme Court and make decisions by respecting the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. No, she's not independent. The Chief Justice is basically a slave to the executive. And see, I don't want Ghanaians to spend too much time on the ruling. So right now, if an MP goes to parliament, now ura parliament, now sa article 97G, any H, no, at the end of the day, a dear emra and a parliament a bit makasa ubi vacating the seat emra bang. Because Supreme Court say Embrabie niwa ebetima stop obi in parliament from vacating their seat. That is basically their judgment. How did we get here? It is our article no. That article na ewo no. Sa article na constitution try no. Any standing orders no. When does it take effect? Supreme Court sa ruling about their bay. Sa article no standing orders. This article no constitution no. When does it take effect? When is it necessary to use it? When? Because you are telling us that now anybody can come to parliament and then act as if he's an MPP, but he is working with NDC. Anybody can come to parliament and act as if he's NDC and work with MPP. Somebody can come to parliament as an independent, pretend to be independent, and work with the NPP against the. So basically, there are no rules. Your ruling is vague. And you see, Chachichi Kataka Assembly, or say, don't think, say, some men with guns and some young men with bombs and the best constitutional. The people we have entrusted that constitution to, the Supreme Court, they are the ones who will destroy the constitution. And today is the beginning of the destruction of Ghana's constitution by Tokono.
Abusiafo nyinati nsema inwa Kevin teled go. Na nsema o kano a chese chachuchu chakata nsema odi tu jane chese ye Supreme Court and say judiciary no. Niema omo ye no. Omo ankasa niema omo ankasa ye no. Omo na ebitu ye democracy nego. Or come you say and you be never fast kindly to akujina obiso say oyeku. These people now nebetu ye democracy nego. No ka without fear or panic bia or catch your ama ye say in a direction heading. And as you speak, two judges here, Mabeka chachuhui, or mobile be church or munsemo, then some more can say. First of all, no, to konuni Afenyo marking, first of all, no chromatin. And yes, Supreme Court and SK Assembly, at least or more lower court or ho, high court or money I prescribe say case be say omnindi. No him the anti-crime power plaintiff in the case in the byno. To kono the edge assembly. I want reference on high court. Second, pay the way near my economy on besa free case in the beam. I just a bambam cannot command to name cry. Young Sabrin conquities.
See, if you want to see the embarrassment, one of the judges, Tanku, who was part of the panel, this is what he said. The one of the judges who dissented, two judges did not agree with the decision. This is what the judge said. Or say, so really, baby, I'm a I don't want us to waste time on this Supreme Court thing. It is just or say, my lord, even though I find the instant case as one which can be described as a great case within Lord Denning's description, the situation we are confronted with in this action, in my view, is not a hard situation. It is usual occurrence in our interpretive functions as the highest court of the land. Fortunately, we have churned out enough jurisprudence in dealing with the issues raised in this suit. I must state from the outset that it is these settled and consistent jurisprudence from this court which I hold firm in this delivery. This one is one of the judges, Lovelace. That was her position. One of the judges said, "May catch say asem ding, but it is looking like say asem we no. Yene yetumi no, yama yetumi no atra baby asem no wo." One of the judges who sided with one of the judges who dissented, the one person, one of the two, Tanku and Lovelace. Lovelace said, Chief Justice, it looks like asem jurisdiction no. And your territory, but at the end of the day, you judges into your transfer mini option to be part of this case. Judge for no mutina case to Krampon Chief Justice said this is wrong. This case, how we have ruled it, is not the right way to do things, and that you, the Chief Justice, you have basically skewed the system because. Sorry, this is Tanko. Because at the end of the day, asemno krampono jurisdiction, and I say asemno yenta by krampono yatremu dodo. Asemu enya asema edin and then wama asem ya chinchina ya brabra se no ma ya tretri yenta ba mu akodu bibi enisi eduru. Na Tanko ekasa no 13th no say, sorry, where Tanko or say, I do not hasten to proclaim that I have apprehended with despair the majority's conclusion in this suit, but I state with utmost deference to the Honorable Chief Justice and the rest of my brethren in the majority that not only do I fundamentally disagree with their conclusion, I, with all due respect, also find the decision an aberration to the established and accepted judicial position of this court, which with, let me read the second part, which with, and that is the part marked red, which with profound respect, I hope in no distant future, the resultant usurpation of the constitutional prerogative of the High Court incidental to the majority decision will be reversed. Tanko, the final reasoner Ojina so eka say the Chief Justice and the other 4 judges no epene so say assemwe enkoda bibieda no o say ono de o pese o ka Chief Justice ene ni nuanom a omote de omote asem no so say adikudie ntia assemwe onjintum say the Speaker of Parliament enye unconstitutional no enye constitutional ne say ojidi pa say sa assemwe. Sorry, you dropped out of battery. Tanko asem o ka nyina ne say o see asem no so ordinary kura to baby da decision na nipo 5 ne ka say Chief Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin ade oye no enye constitutional o say on de ojitum say sa asem we debi oka o say debi asem we e o say sa tena so ne dane the ruling no because nyoma bebre wo mu a entwa yi o say odi sebi odi enim die e Chief Justice eni ni nuanom na omo ka say asem we embuntia Chief Speaker of Parliament o say ono de ade e managina so ka say on jintum ne say asem na nkese nya asem ayedin na omo at by omatabemu ayeyire asem no so e ma nyoma bi a eni se yedi bem ene enkwanchen bi a yedi abewurawuram no ama asem no ya asem ya ono na komemu no ohun se etiamra se ne ayebu entanchie entan na omobu no say that judgment the ruling no emfa kwemu na osi onim se debi yebe kai no efri se sa asem we debi yebe sa frɛ no Supreme Court na yakase ruling we na enye no kore. This is one of the judges of Mutina case so catch Ghana for say Chief Justice any 4 judges on come for kore. Now, my mention the reason why a Chief Justice Tokonu ruling no or 7. Okay? This ruling is a temporary ruling for the MPP to enter Parliament and go past Sika 7 omo pass no. Madam Tokonu, she knows for a fact said this ruling will be reversed in the future. She knows. And Luntina, Oba final ruling no or didn't pass 7 by. Because if even one person dissents, what it means is say in the future somebody can base on that one person's idea not to concur or not to be part of the other people in the ruling. No, one person can take that person's view, no, and go to the Supreme Court and say because one person did not agree with the lot, no, there is still room for the case to be re-looked at again. And it's not deliberately, no. The Chief Justice, no, nipa 5 or no nim se obetumi omaya yes. And of 5 me look at why she did not care what they would say. It is nipa mienu no. Nipa mienu no. Na onim said they are not going to agree, but we didn't come for the set for a canon. But omo catch the Ghana for say this decision one day it will come back to the Supreme Court and it will be reversed. Madam Tokonu, she knows. Tokonu, she is doing this temporarily for the NPP to go to Parliament and pass that tax waiver. Onim say kianeki in the near future somebody will raise this issue and say this case was not ruled the right way and that it should be reviewed and that they will go back and say because as we speak now Lovelace now also dissenting na on it Tanko Ka say they really don't want to be part of the Chief Justice set no. Now already Lovelace no also NDI the final statement or stay no kan. That's okay. The tenor is the first one, right? place na also Dissenting na on it tanko nyina any chief justice and the four groups na anya adwene say the tenor of the above suggests that where the Supreme Court and the lower superior court have concurrent jurisdiction in a matter, it is the jurisdiction of the lower superior court which is to be first invoked. Oba will say, it is my opinion that in relation to a matter relating to the vacation or otherwise of a parliamentary seat, a plaintiff has no choice in the matter. He has to go to the High Court. The jurisdiction of the High Court is exclusive. The other lady now, Lovelace now, on it, Tanko, a Dissenting, honestly, you know, say in her ruling, no, also the reason why only Chief Justice in Yadrin say there's a lower court, and there's a court that is basically assigned to listen to these kind of cases. And why did the applicant, Alpha OneTV, ignore that court and come straight to the Supreme Court? Because at that moment, you know, your court able to handle a lower court than the Supreme Court. The lower court has exclusive. It has exclusive right to listen to that case. Into other Chief Justice Ankancha Alpha OneTV say, go to the lower court and let's see what happens there. And if you don't understand, bring it to us. It's Lovelace now on it, Tanko, Dissenting, or say, or catch the Chief Justice and say, this is not right. In the first place, Alpha OneTV was supposed to go to the lower court, that is the High Court. And now when you go to the High Court, because I said to na asemono, a typical High Court a Superior Court, because the High Court also has that jurisdiction, the right to listen, it has exclusive. It also has High Court and send about. It is so when you listen to the two judges, in fact, the other part of a statement in the name, I'm reading short, the last part of a statement, or say, the tenor of the above suggests that where the Supreme Court and a lower superior court have concurrent jurisdiction in a matter. Let me read the other part. Let me conclude on an answer. I want you to understand something. The last part of a Lovelace statement in the any or say, I am satisfied that the High Court being the proper forum for this matter, but the plaintiff having filed his writ in the Supreme Court, the jurisdiction of this court has not been properly properly invoked. Okoye must say, I therefore see no need to go into the merits or otherwise of the other issue raised in the memoranda of issues. The action is accordingly dismissed. The Lovelace lady said, Ontias yes say, I was Alpha OneTV, Eja High Court or no Dimikaba Supreme Court. The moment I obey Sano, it means say, Embrano, Yan Supreme Court chrono, Yan Shada Mumbrano. In the first place, no, judges me no Chief Justice said, Dear Uyano, Mwa. Intentional ubuno, it is not the right ruling. When in the before now, Makosha them, catch a Ghana for say, the Speaker of Parliament, any to me, no, it is wrong. In the first place, you were not supposed to entertain this case. Oh, Tokonu, on one judges or no more Supreme Court catchers or a biased and on biased. When judges on a case in the Supreme Court indirectly tell the Chief Justice she's biased, our democracy is hanging on a thin line.
Abusanfoyeti chachu chikata insema chasodia tujano awo chese ye Supreme Court no niema chesana se judiciary no nkrofobi onka munyina nkrofobi niema omo ye no eye niema chese omoa ne bitu democracy negu se de be nye dream se suggest fobi on bikuta sekan bikuta tu bikuta any weapon they are pamo the president in free Jubilee House and asai BB or parliament no embassa a nkrofor ma hihye suit ya nkrofor de democracy ahihye omunse ya constitution ahihye omunse ya these are the people and a two democracy na to atwene ko constitution no eno ne de bogana ho bra eno ne de bogana ho ban afri titi abesi sabre ko wakusku akwakusunya ubesua wi a se san ne ma ne wo no ehia interpretation abrekra ne be also e can clear interpretation interpretation beyond a here. Yeah, Papa Chachuna Dissenting Yadi, are two judges who have blasted the judiciary. Some of the people are more the woman. Atinya Kevin Taylor to the boss, HH, Simu, edify two judges are no case and so on. Will read the one Cassan one by one at Chaying. Who say these two judges almost second the chachu. Then Sema Modi to Johnny Chese. First of all, no, ye mammy justice to Kono will go for big time. Will go for big time. And dear wise general, a bonnet new consequence society case with a Supreme Court. Baako say first of all krano ka afenyo mark in the case ni buy na go backfire no so onko high court onko ho no fa case in the kind enko no fa case in the enko because the lower court no ya prescribe baako say e the first city declare vacant our parliament no omo na nyesa ejuma no so nko court na se bibi kire so and no answer the about a year Supreme Court. So first of all, no cramp no new cause so so. But cause so say case on him the entire who say won want or dream on tiasi because the constitution has stated clear a daho bam on him the entire and back and forth sir a daho any a city president in the be our parliament. So I don't do about babin so kwadi BBC na APP if mobile omokrom so modwon omontiase enu take Kevin Taylor chese san krofui agya tum say this is a bias ruling or chese bibia plan work osma metokun efa 4 judges kan ho nim say san krofui dey on best side with ono ruling and as on the NPP 4 pay the beba and of 2 kan on the on form they make it be on form because at the end the majority carries the vote. Now would see a 2 judges here mu dissenting na mo chese a yom ja no munim say this ruling ye be certain as bim ba bin kan komantuni yem be certain ruling we so bim na ye the interpretation papa ye to asuma ye den aba because this time near me aba no pe Kevin Taylor say a chief justice to kono ye niema said be on betima pass your loans be a year tax waivers be a year Supreme Court judges be some ba a year Supreme Court or niema bebre I be favor the MPP party. No doing him say and this MP they will do the right thing. Said the Omwanka say who had bonnie war MPP 43 especially Afenyo mark no or monso son so we near madam for no Ghana first. Baby or mine didn't any no yet the for a year Jumana constitution dawa. Any better no na constitution na man to queens no na da ho ni etwa ho elko e constitution ye say etwa ho elko ho. Simi bro kato watches and me she pebitima chi adwan the comment section like in a share now nya so the insan ke no nso hu die ko bi answer be the busan for Akroma.